everyone, welcome back to Dave's World, your home for automotive mechanical entertainment. What I'm going to be doing today is showing how to put a shift light on a motorcycle. My bike is a 2003 Yamaha VMAX 1200. This is a fantastic motorcycle. I love it. In fact, the Generation 2 version comes with a shift light. I always like having a shift light on a motorcycle, so what I decided to do was go out and find a shift light that looks like it would belong on the bike, and unfortunately they don't actually make a shift light that specifically is for a motorcycle that I thought looked good. So I decided to kind of make my own and modify one that's on the market that you can get. They're about $100 or so. What I'm going to do is show you how I modify it. I'm going to show you how I get it on the motorcycle and wire it up to the motorcycle to show you how to make it work. First things first, let me set you up so we can show you how to modify the existing shift light.
But before I play this video for everyone, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you can see some future updates on my channel whenever I post them. Thank you again, everybody. Hopefully you enjoy.
Well, maybe it'll either look cool, or if I keep the windshield on, it'll help hide it. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe I kind of like that. This might look cool if I take the windshield off, just having the arm in the back of the speedometer. It might actually look maybe like what I'm after. This is a wire snake. What you do is you squeeze here and it opens this up and you can grab wires. I'm gonna feed this through to see if I can get it to pop out and get the wire harness to come through without having to remove too many things. Cool. Okay, now I want to zip tie the harness so it's not going to pull or tug or give me any problems over here. Now let's test if it works. Okay. There's a bunch of aftermarket stuff on this bike. Maybe I could just tap into one of them. Maybe. There's a lighting system I'm not using. No. There's a fuse panel. There we go. Let's see if any of these are switched. Well, they all might be. Okay, they all are. Let's see. Are these labeled? Headlight, turn signal. Oh, there's an ignition wire. Let's see what that does. This one's actually labeled ignition. So if you look at the little fuse panel, there's a 10 amp ignition fuse. Maybe I could just tap into that. Okay, so my motorcycle happens to have a lot of extra aftermarket wiring on it. So in the future, I'm gonna go check out what all these wires do and just remove them. There's some sort of aftermarket wiring system that lights the bike up at night, but the guy I bought the bike from lost the controller, so I honestly don't care about it. It just lights up orange, which is cool, but I don't take this to shows. Anyway, what I am going to be doing is I at least wanna set up my own wiring. If you see right here on this little fuse panel, there's this red and white wire coming up from the ignition fuse. I'm gonna tap into that. I'm gonna do it far enough away so later on when I get what I need to do this the proper way and I fix all these wires, I could easily get in there and fix it. But for right now, I'm just gonna tap into it with one of these. Now this allows me to remove it whenever I need, and I can leave it plugged in whenever I want it, and it's safe out of the way for now. And then when I'm ready to make changes, I know right where it is. Okay, so in theory, if I turn the key on, I think the shift light might turn on. Let's try it out. Okay. Getting close. The next thing I need to do is tap into the coil. I just have to figure out which one is the right spot. I'm just gonna try here to see if it works because somebody already tried it in the past. Why not? Okay, this yellow wire is already cut short, but I'm just putting this in to test it. Just in case it doesn't work, I'm gonna cut it anyway. I don't care, I have extra ones. I'm gonna pop it in and let's see if the shift light does anything. Okay, so that works. I think the shift light should register RPMs on it like a tach. Okay, that definitely is working. I just think maybe I need to tell it it's a 1-cylinder. Let's try that out. Let's see what happens. Maybe I can't go. Okay, there we go. Let me try telling it it's a 1-cylinder. Maybe it'll function better. 1 coil, 1 cylinder. Let's try that out. Okay, it's definitely functioning better telling it that the thing is on a 1-cylinder engine. Okay, I cleaned up the rat's nest. All the wiring is nice and clean and parted in a way where it's not going to cause any damage or any issues. I still have to finish tucking some stuff in, but what I wanted to do was let me start this up again and make sure the shift light's going to work. It's still set at a roughly 3,000 RPM. I just want to test it. Again, it's set at 3,000 RPM just so I can make sure it works. When we go on the road test, I'm going to play around with this. Okay, so it's actually a week later. I wanted to get on the phone with the SST and figure out a way to fix a little bit of a problem that I was having. Basically, I kept picking around 9,000 RPMs that I wanted the light to come on. So you saw in the video that I redlined the engine. I pretty much hit 11,000 RPM. The shift light was set to 9,000. So there's a little bit of a delay from the time that the light's supposed to come on to the time it actually comes on. So I started tricking it on the road. So I picked like 7,000 RPM, 7,500 RPM, and the light was coming on around when I wanted it to, about 9,000 RPM. But the other problem was the light would come on and then immediately shut off. So considering it's supposed to work like a warning light, that thing's supposed to stay on at least for longer than a split second. So I called SST and they let me know about this addition to the product. It's some sort of filter. So this gets wired in, and what it does is it takes out all of the interference from the coil to the tack. So I'm going to do another follow-up video just on installing this, and that's probably going to be a long video in itself. I didn't want to basically make this video like 30 minutes long. I wanted to make this video just about installing and getting it working and testing. And I mean, for right now it works. You know, I know the shift light's there, and I never really redlined the engine anyway. I just thought it'd be cool to have a shift light on the bike, just like the second generation VMAX. That's why I installed it. I just wanted the look. I wanted to get rid of the windshield, and I wanted to look more like a performance bike. So I hope you guys are enjoying the VMAX video series that I'm putting on the channel. If you have any questions, concerns, or if you want to just tell me you hate the series or you love the series, just let me know. Typically, when everybody comments, I usually respond right away, usually within a minute or so. So anything you need, just ask. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everyone who subscribes. I appreciate people keeping in touch. Thank you very much, and have a very nice day.